So, when last we left off, we discovered that an uprising had taken place in Yon. And due to real-life circumstances, the party didn't really have to do anything. We're not going to get into that. But, yeah, it seems that your Rakshasa ally kept his end of the bargain. And Enderlin is no longer a problem. So you managed to travel through Yon safely, without any issue. On the way, accompanied by both Clapperclaw and AJ, you made a new friend. You met a second member of Valor's Call, an ally of Elkhorn by the name of Molliver, a human woman, some sort of rogue.
That's right.
Who you managed to help and was agreed, or not agreed, but it seemed was eager to accompany you to the Palace of Heart's Desire in order to save their three remaining friends, whose names you learnt were Mercian the Cleric, Ringlerun the Wizard, and Strongheart the Knight. Strongheart also happens to be their leader. So, you headed off, basically, with your small collection of friends in tow. Does anyone have any questions before we continue moving
on? Can I level up to level 11?
Sure, why not?
I was bullshitting you so hard, and I did not expect a yes.
Okay,
I did not expect to get this far.
Did a plan, man. Always
a plan for the success.
Can I have $1 million?
Nah, now you're pushing it.
Only you can talk in the same voice as the bloody bird that you commented on Discord.
Like a jab.
Yeah, I'll go.
The jug.
Give us your best Gilbert Godfrey. Do it.
Best me? Oh no, him. Oh, thank God.
Anyone? I'll accept anyone.
Sorry, dude.
That's
too early in the morning
I
for me
can't
to
do
even
that.
try doing that. You guys are lucky I'm sitting here.
So, you also discovered that you basically discovered what happened within the Palace of Heart's Desire. You discovered that Zyblina, you know what? Let's do a little bit of a quiz. Does anyone remember who Zyblina is?
Oh, yeah. I know this. Hang on.
Igwilf.
Yeah, you all struggled to pronounce that name last session. But yes, you discovered that Igwilf, the Witch Queen, created the persona of Zyblina to hide from her most hated enemies. And in the Feywild, she raised a magnificent palace and set about basically establishing her as the Archfey of Prismere, an avatar of mercy for these destitute mortals who lived here.
I thought that was Tasha.
No, Tasha's someone else, isn't it?
There's three of them.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah, Enderlin, Scabatha, and
Tasha, Zyblina, and Igwilf.
Tasha, Igwilf, and Zyblina are all the same person at different stages. She was born Tasha and adopted by Baba Yaga, you discovered. She then became Igwilf, the Witch Queen. That was her taken name when she became a Witch Queen. And then Igwilf became Zyblina because Igwilf made too many enemies. All three of them are the same person.
I didn't have down that Tasha was one of those personas. I had the other two.
So the first three names in that book were the same person.
Yes. So her closest allies saw the cracks in her facade, flashes of arrogance and cruelty that conflicted with her kindly persona. But they ascribe to this behavior because of the nature of Archfey. They're aloof and strange. Over time, Igwilf made the mistake of placing too much trust in the hags of the Hourglass Coven, who served her as court advisors, being her sisters. The hags waited patiently for the opportunity and then overthrew her. The day came when the League of Malevolence, the evil cabal that you've been sort of in this weird dance with, came to the palace. For years, an evil sorcerer had basically wanted to find a powerful item to defeat his nemesis. And when he uncovered clues as to Zyblina's true identity, he hatched a plan to blackmail her. He was then betrayed And basically, the Hourglass Coven made sure that the Valor's Call, the warriors who you've allied yourself with, also happened to be arriving at the castle, and they clashed with the League of Malevolence, as they are sort of polar opposites. And while Zablina was distracted, trying to figure out what the hell was going on, the hags used her cauldron to freeze everyone except for themselves in temporal stasis within the castle. You know that... Can I help you? You know that Zarak has been killed. That was the dwarf assassin. You also know that Elkhorn was released from the temporal stasis so that Scabbeth the Nightshade could interrogate him. And Molivar was not actually inside the castle at that time. She was elsewhere, and as such was able to escape to Yon. However, the three other allies, Mercian, a human cleric, Ringelrun, a human wizard, and Strongheart, a human warrior, are all frozen within the castle somewhere, and their friends wish to free them. So,
Okay.
once again, you all are stepping through this wall of mist, this strange sort of gateway, as Clapperclaw once again leads you through to the Palace of Heart's Desire. Little oil can in tow. I keep forgetting that oil can's just with you guys.
He doesn't like most of us.
Yeah, he has a weird voice.
Yeah, he's beefing with Egg real hard.
So, a twilight palace emerges dreamlike from the clouds. A great marble tower ringed by delicate spires casts its shadow over the rooftops below. Another tower teeters nearby, torn from its foundations and held aloft by a coiled beanstalk. Monstrous vines cling to the palace walls and choke the promontory rock on which it perches. As you arrive, sort of like on this raised hill this raised hill is kind of like... It's hard to describe. There is a massive wall surrounding the palace. The entire palace itself is very closely closed in by this gas. You're on this raised hill that leads down to a small bridge at the main palace gate, main entryway. As you sort of look at the palace and take stock of it, hundreds of birds burst from the canopy of an ancient forest within the palace grounds and scatter in all directions. Moments later, a much more fearsome creature erupts from the woods, a sinewy pale green dragon that takes to the sky and flies towards the palace. Its mighty wings carry it to great heights. Once above the palace, it drops like a stone and vanishes from sight behind the high walls in the first garden. It appears the Jabberwock is at home.
Of course it is.
Yay.
Oh, you guys
Can I
thought this was
be
going
out
to be
hunting
easy?
while we were? Oh.
Yeah, I still don't have. I've had 2 weeks to think about that. I still don't have a really good plan to get past that motherfucker without with you guys. Without me, with just me, I can get past them easy. I think, but
Without any hesitation, without any questioning, of all people, Clapperclaw hikes up his pants, claps AJ on the back, and begins marching down the hill.
Wait, he's got pants? This whole
Ken?
time I just imagined him pantless.
No, when
He's
he
a
met him, he had.
scarecrow. His
he
pants,
had
he has
clothes.
to.
you think he's just let his hay hang out there, man? Come on, there's kids
Well,
around.
You know,
If he doesn't have pants, he doesn't have legs.
you know what? That's fair.
It's waist and then shoes. That's it. So,
Good point.
as Elkhorn and Moliver quickly follow AJ and Clapperclaw down the hill, what would the party like to do? They appear to be heading directly towards the front gate.
Should,
Oh, we've got to go with
Yikes.
our friends.
yeah, but like,
So-
should we stop them? Approach it another way?
As you arrive at the front gate, Ivy clings to a set of silvery
Apparently, you
gates.
don't get to ask that question.
Oh,
No,
so,
that's fine.
basically, so to describe what you guys, right behind you is that wall of like grey mist. The castle is spread out behind you, but the mist almost seems to cling to the outside of the castle itself. There's not really any way to get around. It's almost as if like the mist itself is funneling you to the main gate. You could try to climb over like there's small stretches of wall on either side, probably about 60 or 70 feet of wall on either side of it before you hit smoke. But they all appear to lead to the same sort of like opening garden area.
Okay, so we don't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, it looks like it has been very purposefully set up that, if you want to approach, you have one approach.
And Spar's baby is clinging to the...
We can't even do a missed approach. We can try it again later.
So, Ivy clings to a set of silvery gates embedded in the palace's outer walls.
A little aviation humor for you guys.
A luxuriant garden can be seen beyond the bars of these gates. However, sitting directly in front of the main gate is a large-ish box. It's about 4 foot long, 2 foot wide, and it sits about a foot high, just in the center of the road. It appears to be made of some sort of beautiful red wood, and you can there's like a gold latch lock on the front of it. It's just sitting there.
And it's closed.
It appears to be, yeah. Clapperclaw and AJ are just looking. You assume AJ's looking at it. He doesn't have eyes.
As long as he doesn't touch it.
Can I do an Can I do an investigation roll on it?
You most certainly can. Go ahead and make me an investigation roll.
I don't trust shit. That's a 17 total.
17. You look around the outside of it. First off, very well made box. This box is expensive. The lock and the hinges are made of pure gold. The box itself is made out of some sort of weird, like enchanted Feywild wood. Perhaps it has some magic properties of its own, but it doesn't appear to be trapped, whether magically or otherwise in any way. It just appears to be a very luxurious-looking box just in the middle of the road here.
Can I do a perception to see if there's anything like malicious or malevolent feel coming from it?
Yeah, I was trying to see if there's like any words on it that I couldn't pick it.
Oh, yes. You see carved in the top, when you sort of look over it into the redwood, is a symbol of like a starburst sun with a tree in the middle. And underneath that, do any of you speak Sylvan, the language?
No.
Nope.
But didn't we come to that Elvish was similar?
I speak Sylvan.
Oh, okay.
In that case, Albert
I do as
Eggmeister.
well.
And I would assume you're a
I
fairy.
do.
Snack, so yeah.
Yes, I do.
Snack and Albert, you know that there is there is a Sylvan word written like very tinily, sort of just underneath this symbol. A couple of things. Snack, as a fairy, you know what this symbol is. This is the symbol of the summer court. So you know that there is this 2 courts that essentially rule most of the Feywild: the Seelie and Unseelie, the summer and winter courts, essentially. This is the symbol of the summer court. The summer court tend to be just generally
Titania.
Titania, essentially. They tend to be more likable, much friendlier to newcomers. When you sort of think of like the classic jovial, happy Feywild, they're usually the ones in charge of that part of it. The word, however, doesn't have a direct translation in common. There's a lot of words you could translate it as, but given the situation, the closest translation that the two of you can probably think of is that it reads something close to Misfits. There's no word in Sylvan for Misfits.
Okay, Rannick's gonna go.
It's
Let me at
probably
'em.
better to describe it as pranksters, or possibly interlopers. But given context, you think Misfits probably makes the most sense.
That's perfect, Jay.
Hey,
Rannick's gonna reach into his bag, blow the dust off of his his thieves tool because he's only used them once.
Is it locked?
No,
Yeah,
there's a latch there, but there's no lock on the
yeah.
Oh, I
latch.
thought you said there was a lock. Oh, dang
It's
it!
like how
he
briefcase
puts the
has
dust
a
back on it and puts it back in his bag one
only
day.
time.
Have you guys told us that it's for the Misfits? Have you shared that with the rest of us?
Well, that's the
I
common
say
Yes.
it's for the interlopers.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're just gonna go, well, that's us, and open the box.
Okay, you flick the latch, and as you do, the box and opens itself.
Oh.
Inside, you can see there is like a red velvet sort of like pillow, with another red velvet blanket over the top of it that's sort of like hiding something sitting upon the pillow. Strapped to the inside of the lid, you can see taped with what looks like just like a piece of. Your characters wouldn't know what this is, but it's just duct tape. It's just duct tape.
Flex
is
tape.
an envelope.
Flex seal.
It's an envelope. There is nothing written on it. There is beautiful like gold filigree around the outside. But so there's an envelope on the inside of the lid, and just sort of like this red velvet cloth over the top of something. What do you guys want to
And-
look at first?
I'd take the envelope.
Take the
and
envelope,
read
Rennick.
it- And open and read it
Rennick,
out loud.
would you like me to read you out the letter, or would you like me to send it to you and you can read it yourself?
You
up
can
to you.
read it out for me, baby.
Okay, so
It says, "Hi, I'm Phil Swift. We took this perfectly good box and cut a hole in
Cut
it."
it. And we cut this box in half.
you open the letter and pull out a very written in relatively small handwriting. You sort of have to squint to read it. It's just all it says in the letter is "fuck you." No, it doesn't. Great. if it
Okay, I was
did,
about to say.
though.
I was gonna say you could have
Okay,
sent
I
that to me. I
wrote
thought it was
that
gonna be
down
like a
without
paragraph,
thinking
and I
about it.
can't
No, I
read out
haven't
loud
wrote
too
one
well.
down.
I was like,
No, so
I
So
was
it is.
scared.
today
Google
I
my notes.
prepared explosive rings.
So Rennick,
I can always read it out loud if you want.
Rennick, you see the letter begins in what appears to be Sylvan again, and then the Sylvan has been crossed out, and whoever wrote the letter begins again in common.
"Ee."
To the Misfits, a roguish group of round blocks trying to fit into square holes. Friendship in childhood is often a matter of chance, whereas in my old age, I am more frequently finding it a matter of choice. And I, for one, am glad that you chose me. 5 lost souls simply wanting to be whole once more. Yet here you stand, prepared to give life and limb, so that Prismere and its people might finally have a second chance. You are the heroes we did not deserve. I only wish that I could stand at your side. Your childhoods were a promise that you yourselves could not keep, taken before you knew their value. But it is never too late for a happy childhood. The Summer Queen was adamant that our debt be paid fairly and with as much haste as we could muster. No matter the outcome, my friends, I promise you your valor shall not be forgotten.
Oi.
Hey.
Your humble defender, Knight of the Summer Court, hero of Telemy Hill, Borrogove Bane, the valiant Sir Tullivar. Pulling
That's
the
awesome.
red sheet off, you see in the box
Next.
is a blade. You see a beautiful red sheath with gold filigree around the edge. You see a dark wood handle wrapped in black leather, a silver pommel, and what appears to be some sort of silver or plated steel crossguard. It appears very, very well made.
This is a cool sword.
Do any
Is
of you
any-
touch the sword?
Why not?
As
As you touch the
just
sword,
nicked
Rennick, you hear a noise in your head. The noise is a sort of like snicker snack noise.
Oh my god.
As in like
Kind
a
of, yeah.
no
Okay.
sort of noise. Yep.
I passed it. I passed it to Albert.
Take
Albert.
the sword.
You also hear the snicker snack noise, and the more you focus on it, it almost
know
begins
what
to
it is.
turn into words. It slowly transitions to a poem.
Oh. I was like, nope, not for you, Ranix. I was like, okay.
I'm not going to read out that poem because I'm not 100% convinced that it's not public domain.
Very cool. Maybe you can put
So
in the
we're getting more.
Discord. Yeah.
Once again, Egg, would you like to attune to this longsword?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I have my blades.
Egg, to find this weapon, could you please search for Bandersnatch Howl? So it is a +3 longsword, magical. It ignores any resistances a creature has to slashing damage. It also has all of the stats of a Vorpal sword. So when you hit a creature that has at least one head with this weapon and you roll a 20 on the attack roll, you cut off one of the creature's heads. The creature dies if it can't survive without the lost head. A creature is immune to this effect if it is immune to slashing damage, doesn't have or need a head, has legendary actions, or the GM decides that the creature is too big for its head to be cut off in one swing. Such a creature instead takes 68 slashing damage. It also has a few extra abilities. Snicker Snack. While wielding the Bandersnatch, a PC is immune to the effects of the Jabberwock's Burble. Call of the Jub. Once per day, you can use a bonus action to summon and mount a fearsome feathered creature, the Jub bird. The creature considers you an ally and follows all of your commands. Borogov's Blight.
Oh, still going.
What's
Anyone wielding the
Pegasus or Jub Jub?
Bandersnatch is granted great power, but this power comes at a cost. They must stand alone with only the Bandersnatch and Jub by their side. While an ally that is not the Jub bird is within 700 feet of the wielder, the Bandersnatch howl ceases to function properly and becomes nothing more than a +3 longsword.
What?
Hang on. So for him to get the benefit, I needed to ask an above the table question because there was a lot there.
Go ahead.
So in order for that to have its full functionality, with it essentially being a Jabberwock, anti-Jabberwock weapon, Egg's got to go and face the Jabberwock on his own with us more than 700 feet away?
Pretty much.
Or I got this idea.
It is still, I will point out, a +3 longsword is still a very powerful magical item.
Yeah.
Right.
A +3 longsword is still a massive benefit against a creature like the Jabberwock. You just don't get all of the other stuff. So
Okay.
the immunity to the Burble, the Jub bird, and the ability of the Vorpal blade to essentially
The head.
lop off the head of it. Also, it ignores a creature that has resistance to slashing damage, but I'm sure that's not important.
Do we know anything about the Jabberwock?
How much did all of you read books when you were children? I'll leave this up to you all. If you all think you read much, sure.
I
I'll
know for
say-
a fact Rannick did not. He's
I think we
not.
all assumed that.
I'm not stupid, but you know,
Rannick, we love
I'm
you
just
for
saying
other
he didn't have time for it.
And luggage would have only garnered what he largely heard around the cult. The childhood's a very fuzzy
Okay.
area.
Anyone else? Snack, Egg, Thunderstone.
I'm sure we would have had tales regaled to us in song around the campfire at night.
Like,
Don't know if that counts as rating, but you know.
without like an ability to keep secrets, I don't think Albert would have had many friends. So I think we would have.
So, yeah,
I think
Albert
he
read.
would have like been alone a lot to read.
Okay. Albert, I will say you have read a story that does feature a Jabberwock as sort of the primary antagonist. You do know several things from the story. So it's up to you whether or not you think these things are of import. In this story, no weapon could harm a Jabberwock, but only a Vorpal sword could kill it. So you could stab it with a spear, shoot it with an arrow. It might annoy it, but only a Vorpal sword could truly kill a Jabberwock in this story.
What if we tripped it over and it fell on something?
We send Egg in and he trips over and stabs the Jabberwock in the eye.
No, I will leave this call. We go with that plan.
It's
I will
that
stop
has
playing
the
D&D
same
with y'all.
that has
I
the
mean,
same energy as there's an argument around 5th edition about the fact that the easiest way to kill a werewolf is to push it off a cliff, because werewolves have resistance to all damage from weapon attacks, but you could just push one off a cliff and it'd die because it's not a weapon attack.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Werewolves are a pain in the ass.
Maybe-
Like, I almost died to them so many times.
Werewolves are so powerful in this game. Anyway, you know, so from this story, you know that the Jabberwock has some sort of powerful, You don't know if it's like a breath weapon, like a dragon or something like that, but it can like fire this like lightning sort of energy from its mouth in the stories you've read. You also know, and this is just sort of common fact based on what you've also learnt from your travels here in Prismere, that the Jabberwock burbles, basically, that it's constantly muttering to itself, and anyone who can hear that muttering is slowly driven insane, and that makes it a very difficult creature to fight, because being able to hear it, being able to not be insane while fighting it is kind of important. Other than that, nothing else really.
Can I add that we spoke to the owlbear about the Jabberwock, and so we have an idea of its size, its ability to fly. It had a single head that it used to snatch up the guy from the owlbears.
I've sent you guys a picture of the Jabberwock before, haven't I?
Yeah, you have, and that was based on what the owlbear told us.
Yeah, you guys just saw the Jabberwock land. You guys are fully aware of how big it is. It is as big as an adult dragon, if not slightly bigger.
So my question here is
fucking terrifying. I hate it.
Yes,
I hate
it looks horrible.
It's so bad. Oh.
The sword, is it strength based?
Yes, longsword.
Okay, longsword. Okay, that's the part I didn't hear.
Yeah, it's a longsword.
Can I save you some mental gymnastics, Jade, to give us a heads up before the game that the sword was intended for Egg?
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that a certain person. I mean,
I think he's the only one who hasn't gotten something.
Luggage hasn't even yet.
Not true. He's got buttons.
Yes, not true. He's got buttons, and he has a bag of holding
and ribbons. That's right. I got the bag of holding. Two bags of holding.
Elkern turns around and says, "If you want to use that, I know you can get another one."
What?
Ooh,
another one.
Another one.
Where can we get the other one? Is this a rogue speciality?
He just turns and looks up at one of the towers in the castle. My friend Strongheart, our leader, he knew of a blade, a vorpal sword held within the castle. I don't think it's quite as powerful as the one you now wield, but might be of use. If we can get past the Jabberwock to get it. And then if we can get past the League of Malevolence and whatever else happens to have now taken up residence within the castle.
See, the question is it not us getting past? I'm sure I can. I have I'm pretty good at roguing. Being silent.
Molliver rolls her eyes.
I'm just gonna go stand over here and look pretty and not do good at that either.
Molliver is also very good at stealthing, as Rennick so delicately put it.
At roguing.
Okay, so two of us can do this. I'm just not sure about anybody else being able to, because there's one spell I'm thinking of, but I don't think any of us can cast it because we're not druids.
Can we see what we are facing?
You know what? I will.
Aren't we outside the front door at the moment, looking at this chest?
So you guys are outside the front gate. So this gate is actually open. By the way, like the portcullis is open far enough that you could slide under it and go in. It appears to be a large garden area. Like it is absolutely enormous inside. And you have about a 800-foot gap between the start of the garden and the stairs that sort of lead up to the entrance to the Palace of Hearts.
I know we're saving this for a rainy day. Oh, wait, go ahead.
And that Jabberwock is somewhere in that garden,
Now, I know we're saving this for a rainy day, but I also forgot the name of it, where we all have to agree to use it. It's like a
boon.
Yeah.
Fortuitous circumstance.
Yeah, I thought that came from Jay when he felt or is that one?
I thought we decided when we used it.
Decided.
Oh, I thought
you guys decided. You guys can decide to use the fortuitous circumstance at any time. I decide what it does and when it takes effect. You guys can decide to use it during any situation. I decide what it does.
And we all agreed to save it till the final fight.
It's not a specific thing. It's just
Got you.
But I think I'm not sure. There's not really an easy way to get past this without either leaving egg behind or us all going at this thing and not doing a lot of damage. Again,
So-
I'm not sure how mine's gonna do, how my blades are gonna do, because again, I do psychic damage, so I might be able to help a lot. Again, I don't know much
Yeah,
about the
but,
Jabberwock.
like, if
in
you're
game
within
and out game.
700 feet of me, though, we'll both
I
get
can
affected
chuck
by
things
the
pretty far, but
verbal.
not 700 feet.
Did
So
you say that
it
we
might-
can see an entrance that's not obstructed by the Jabberwock? Didn't you
so
say there's
you guys
an
can
open
see.
door?
So looking through the portcullis, you can see all the way across the garden, way in the distance. There's like a massive set of steps that leads up. So like massive round garden, enormous, massive hedges and everything. But the actual entrance to the castle is sort of raised, like the castle sits up on a plinth, and there's a set of stairs that leads up to that plinth. So from where you are, even though like the garden itself is obstructing your full view of what's in it, you can see the castle in the distance, sort of raised up by itself. So you can see where you need to get into the
I
castle.
misunderstood. I'm glad I asked. Thank you.
But there is just a very large garden area with a lot going on. There's several towers. I think there's 2 towers around. One sort of a couple hundred feet to your left, and one several hundred feet sort of to your right, diagonally over the other side. There appears to be a bunch of other like stuff just set up in the garden for you guys.
And
to
we
make your
don't
way
know.
through.
We don't know which tower had the Vorpal blade with Strongheart in it, or did
Elkhorn
point us to the right
simply
one?
says that Strongheart was trying to retrieve it last he saw him.
All right. So who had it then?
Strongheart knew that it was within Ziblina's vault.
Right.
When
Quarantine.
League of
so to speak.
Malevolence attacked, he believed that Warduke, their big hitter, if you will, their, I don't know, sword-wielding madman, might want to retrieve the Vorpal sword for himself, so Strongheart began heading in the direction of the vault to try and get there before him. Whether or not Strongheart ever retrieved the Vorpal sword or encountered Warduke, I do not know. However, if Strongheart was felled, or more likely frozen like the rest of them, and he had the Vorpal sword in his possession, Strongheart would not be able to take it off his body without unfreezing him. If, however, Strongheart was not holding the Vorpal sword, it is very possible that Warduke now wields it. So perhaps we could track down Warduke and take it from his cold-blooded corpse when we kill him.
Nice.
Also an option.
So
Just to
we have a
confirm,
few
We
options.
get the second sword. We put the 2 together. We'll have the power of Grayskull.
More of a magic bust scenario, but sure.
Sure. Okay.
Magic.
But you said we have to get past the Jabberwock to get the weapons to the other
All-
weapon to kill the Jabberwock,
All
or we
you-
go and fight it and we wait for Egg to
Right.
roll a 20 and cut its head off.
No, that won't work if we're around him.
Yeah, I have to be with.
Sorry, we
Um,
send Egg to fight it and hope he rolls
yeah,
a 20.
yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is the Jabberwock's Egg's problem. Everyone else go finish the story. Egg has gotten
Okay.
a side quest. Okay,
Stop
Egg has
it.
another business. You guys keep going with the MSQ.
Alright.
Meet up at the end.
What
Alright,
if we
Albert.
put Rennick on my Pegasus and flew him 700 feet above the Jabberwock, and he can
Oh, I can
drop
just
that?
drop daggers.
Well,
I
here's
don't think the psionic blades would last 700
No, no,
shots.
it's fine. It's just a
Real
throw. He's
speak.
dropping it.
I think
well,
you'd be
here's
more
the
help with
interesting
these
thing
other
about
guys.
that. The psionic blades. That's not how they work.
No.
Okay, so what you're suggesting is if you
Thank
drop
you, broke
if you
Jay.
drop a weapon above a creature, does that count as an attack? Because for the Vorpal sword to have an effect, it must be an attack against a creature.
But you got to drop it 700 feet to hit.
That's
Think of the momentum.
That's terminal
behind it.
velocity would be
Just
very
jump
fucking
700
fast.
feet
Terminal
up
velocity.
and trying to. We're in a garden,
No,
and
it-
in that
I would-
garden, there's
okay, I
us
will-
and the
I will
Jabberwock.
also-
And
The Jabberwock's big. It's a adult dragon.
I will also point out
and just
the
knives like this
wielder,
big.
the
Yeah,
wielder
yeah.
of the Bandersnatch Howl has to be 700 feet away. The Jabberwock doesn't. So if one of you got on the Pegasus and flew up, and the Jabberwock flew up to fight you,
Ah.
Yeah, but then egg becomes pointless.
I'm
It's
just
a
saying,
surprise
only
attack.
the
Jabberwock
person
wouldn't see it
with
coming.
the sword needs to be away from the party for it to work.
I'm
Still a
going to
plus
take
3
Rennick
sword.
700
guess-
feet above the Jabberwock, shake all the oil off him, and then set the Jabberwock on fire.
Might I suggest
We'll
another
set
approach?
Rennick on
I
fire and
think-
drop him on the Jabberwock.
I don't like that part.
Look, I think we need to come down to you're saying that you have this option of a side quest here, Albert. Do you,
I will
That's what
propose
are you
a
thinking?
secondary course of action you guys haven't thought of, and that is that Clapperclaw, AJ, Elkhorn, Molliver, and the 4 of you who do not have the longsword fight the Jabberwock, send Egg inside with the sword to behead everyone else.
Ah, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, such a tempting idea, Jay, but I think we're gonna have to say no to that one, sir. We are
Send
not
Egg
gonna let
inside
you
the
leave the
mysterious
island.
castle to do the dungeon crawl on his own. The
Yeah,
rest of
this
you deal with the
is
Jabberwock. Don't worry
splitting
about
the party has just gone so well for us.
I
it.
think.
Every time we do it.
Hey, I
It does.
survived,
No bad situation.
and Egg is liked better by the DM, and he has a better chance.
I think we need to hear from Albert on what he thinks having attuned to that sword, because
Jay.
surely he's attuned while we've been talking.
Yeah, the sword.
Yeah.
The sword basically was like, "Hey, you want to fuck up a Jabberwock?" And he was like, "Yep." And now it's attuned to him. It's
Oh,
basically the
I mean-
conversation that happened.
Oh, yeah. Let me
Okay,
call.
I think it's up to you, Egg. What you want to do?
Yeah, I think I can hold off the Jabberwock while you guys, go in there
Yes.
and get the rest of them. Like, I'll be able to summon Jub to help,
Job.
If you think you can do it, brother.
and
He's thinking about an aerial fight. Hmm.
You could give him the paces to have an aerial if the thing does take off
yeah,
too. Yeah.
because this.
Well, no, because you can't have
Jabberwock
any other
stands for-
allies, so you can't have the Pegasus.
Yeah.
So do we start heading towards one of these towers and then leave you at the Jabberwock if we find it? Where are we? Where do we need to go? Alcorn, where?
But we
What
just
are
gotta go to the
what's the
castle and just-
layout of
Yeah.
this?
You
Elkhorn-
There's
Lord
towers.
of
There's
Demons
the main castle where it's.
I'll be
What
right back.
about that?
Hey,
We didn't get the chance to explore it very much on our last visit. Molliver had more time inside than I did. We could lead you to the main hall, perhaps where Zablina and Mercion are, but apart from that, we don't much know our way around the castle. However, if the ultimate goal is to free Zablina, we could probably lead you to the most likely place she'd be. Anything else, we're not the most useful, I apologize. We were not permitted free reign of the castle. We also arrived about 30 minutes before we started slaughtering members of another group and kind of wasn't paying attention to the layout at that point.
And how do we unfreeze them?
Do you not have the alicorns?
Yes. Oh, touch of the Alicorn. Thank you. Sorry, I
Touch of
should
the
look back at my
Alicorn.
notes.
Touch of the alicorn, speak their true
Thank God
name.
luggage is so stupid.
You must,
yeah.
you must touch the alicorn and speak their true name in order to free someone frozen in stasis. Might I ask who has the two? Like, which of the two of you are taking the alicorns? Because you only have 2 of them.
One of them was in the bag of holding. I don't know where the other one was.
Yeah, I don't know who had the second one.
yeah. I think
I don't.
I
It's up
had
to
the
you guys. I
second
don't
one.
care. Well,
Yeah,
you
I
are
should
going to
give
fight the
it-
Jabberwock, so you need to give it to one of us. So you decide, Ed.
Yeah.
Who you giving it to?
I give it to you, right?
Hey!
The kitty cat.
It's very funny to imagine Rennick just like stop using his daggers and like just the alicorn in his weapon now, just going up behind people. Just
Hey, how much damage does the alicorn do?
1d4, but it also heals 1d6. So like,
So
If I get in a pinch, just start hitting myself with that. One of these days it will work.
It's an improvised weapon, so not much.
Okay.
it was touch, not impale them with the Alicorn.
Just start stabbing myself. with
I'd
it.
be happy with Impale to work. Wouldn't be against it, certainly.
Do you want me to leave the other one in the bag of holding, or would someone like to take it at this point?
No, bag of holding, because then you can reach in and grab whenever you're ready. I just think having it separate would be smart. In case one of us dies, gets taken control
That
of.
won't happen. Yeah, since Rannick's level
okay.
11 now.
So are we?
Oh, wait,
are we then?
wait, why are we level 11? I thought he was kidding.
You leveled up at the start.
I was
You
I
had
was
50.
kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
Oh.
Shit.
Good thing I didn't action
So-
that, because I could have. I was just like, he's kidding. I'm not going to actually do that.
all of our paths have led us here, and so even though Zablina is one of the sister of the coven, Are we still looking to free her? Is that still our best course of action, team?
I don't know.
As you ask that question, Clapperclaw and AJ look at you with a. Clapperclaw looks at you with a. Clap. Look, AJ can't look confused, but you know he turns to you whilst Clapperclaw's confusing and AJ says, "Is that's not why we're here?" Like,
Yeah, I know. Can I say Renek's looking at him like,
again. Like, guys,
what the fuck?
we gotta free her, otherwise we can't put Premier back to a way of wise. I'm a human. I want to be a human again. I got turned into this human, damn it.
Meg's dying.
It's been so long since you guys have heard AJ properly speak.
Hang on, AJ wants to be human. I thought that was Clapperclaw. So
No.
AJ was a human?
That was AJ. You guys didn't know he used to be a person. This is the first you're hearing about.
That's what I get. That's
When AJ came into our wonderful eyes and ears, we
Guys,
did not
I
question
said
him. We just took him in and loved him.
I said I
unconditionally.
have a wife and a child. I'm a fucking you. What you think?
Hey, I don't question it.
Me and my wife
Yeah.
and my child were turned into cubes. What, you
Gelatinous love's real.
I remember you talked about your
Like,
child
right.
and the dissolving. They had to move schools because the child
yeah.
dissolved the other kids at the school. I remembered all of that.
Yeah, of course you did,
Didn't-
because it's a funny story.
Yeah.
When it comes to, AJ's a real person with feelings, no, it's just disregard that. You know what, guys? I feel betrayed right now. And I
I'm
know that my
very.
voice is undercutting my point. Okay.
My course of action is now clear. If you can return to your humanity, it is worth the risk of another hag being set loose.
We're not going to
Also,
kill her. We're going to
she's not
free
a
her.
hag.
Set loose.
She's
Free.
not the biological daughter of Baba
Oh,
Yaga.
where'd you get
She's
so lost on
adopted.
the assignment?
She's adopted. Okay.
She's adopted. Have you not been paying attention, Luggage?
Yes, I have. But this is someone who has changed. This is someone who's changed their name 3 times because they've done evil things and made
I
enemies.
do like a season recap or something, like the ones they do on Netflix.
What's Netflix?
You guys not have Netflix where you come from? That sounds
No.
bleak.
I do have Netflix. I don't have
do you-
JFlix.
What do you guys do when you don't want to work?
I watch
You
Hulu.
Grab over to some Netflix.
I'm free.
My son's more of a Crunchyroll person. Anyway, moving on. We have a
Actually, I
we
am
need
more
to
of a
start heading
Crunchyroll person, to
towards-
be honest. I'm watching Shield
do
here
we
right now.
start carefully heading towards the castle, and if we engage with the Jabberwock, we leave that to you and we push on.
you leave Albert behind, is what I'm hearing.
That's my
I thought he was
question.
just going to go out
Yeah,
and hunt it
that's
down.
fine.
So,
If we want to,
Because we've got to get through this. We've got to get
I-
through this garden. We can't stand here talking.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got,
yeah,
my only
like
last thing I
this,
want to
though, with
ask
the
to see if we
Misfits,
can do
could totally
is
do that for another hour and a half.
I know we
easily.
can.
Renegade,
We can.
I think we all should try to stealth to give us a better chance.
You
And,
get
walking
naked and
around.
greased up, don't you?
I don't have to be greased up to go into stealth. That's when I wrestle. Totally different
So,
sections of
You're
my
saying
life.
you want to? I think it'd be better if you scout ahead.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Uh,
I can scout ahead and not
and then
get too
come
far
back.
and come back if I have to.
I think we should all try and be as stealthy as possible. Says the giant blinking middle
Clapperclaw
one.
is going to go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace.
That's the
plus
one I was
10.
thinking.
Um,
I was thinking plus 10. That's plus 10 to stealth,
So-
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
so a veil of shadows and silence radiates from Clapperclaw, masking him and his companions from detection. For the duration, each creature he chooses within 30 feet of him, so he's just going to choose the whole party, has a plus 10 bonus to any dexterity stealth checks and cannot be tracked except by magical means. You do not leave behind any footprints or other traces of your passage while you move now. So
This also does not give us advantage on our rolls either, does it?
it does not.
Is
It's just a
that-
plus
okay.
10 to whatever you roll.
Roger.
What was the spell called again? Sorry.
Pass Without Trace.
Pass without trace.
I got a 35 for my stealth.
Holy shit!
Well, I already have a plus 13, and then
Don't you also
plus
get
the-
advantage?
oh shit, I do.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna take the 35.
Yeah, good point. Good plan. I'm sure the other one was so much lower.
32.
Oh no, not the 3 points. Whatever.
Hey,
way
those
we
3
do
points can matter to you. I'm just saying.
So luggage
Does
is
my party even really see me? That's the
15.
next question.
it. 15. So a 35 and a 15. Yep.
I
Can
missed
I delegate
snacks
some
Wait, how'd
points
you
out?
get 15?
So I've
because
got,
I've rolled a 6 and I've got -1, and we got
Then
plus
plus
10.
the
Ah.
5.
And you have
so I've got
I got
disadvantage as
16
well.
plus
23.
10 is 26.
23, 26.
No, I don't have disadvantage.
And,
Because
You
your
have
egg.
plate
armor.
armor.
Will
What
Egg
armor are
still
you
have
wearing?
that if
We've
he's not going to
Yeah.
stay with us? Or is he staying with us?
Oh, I do have disadvantage. Shit.
Sh-
Oh god, that's even worse. Okay, 13.
Yeah, go
13.
and rest by the tum tum tree and
We'll come back for you.
Just send
go
So
fight the
did you get
Jabberwock.
13 or did you get 3?
I
Plus
rolled a
10.
I rolled a 4.
-1 plus 10. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds good. And
Sorry,
sorry,
thank you for reminding me for the disadvantage.
all good. Question, Albert Eggmeister, what did you get?
I was going off to fight the Jabberwock. Or he's
Are-
sneaking in first.
So are you
so-
not being stealthy? Are you staying with
not only
everyone?
as good as well, it's 30
I'll
feet.
stay back and then summon the Jub and
Job.
fly
You're
up.
going to basically have to wait until they're at the entrance of the castle. That's how far away from you they have to be.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I think the base of the steps is where they have to be in order for you to be far enough away from them to do anything with the sword. Except
Once
if
we
they-
hit those steps, we
So
need to take
far.
off. We need to tear cheek and get away from him.
So for those of you who are moving through, we'll get back to what you see in a minute, Egg. You see on your left hand side. From the left hand side, are you guys just beelining like just straight for the stairs? Just straight.
Well, we're
through the
trying
middle
we're
as
trying to
best you can?
use the environment because I think
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be leading. So I'm trying to use the environment to to keep us a little bit more hidden, to give us a little bit more advantage with, especially since with the roll that I got to give some flavor.
Okay, moving through various hedges and parts of like the small maze that's on the side and like garden setups and that. You see from the left, the center of roses, cowslips, suffuse a vast garden. Ahead, a ring of standing stones rises from the flower beds. Glittering streams divide the garden and connect with a large pond shaded by willows. The garden is silent, save for the sounds of music coming from the colorful pavilion by the front gate to your right. So, carrying on, you find, moving through the area, you see 12 moss-covered standing stones form a ring in the middle of a small clearing. An arcane sigil is inscribed on the inward-facing side of each stone, and the space between the stones is free of vegetation. You see, laying here, sound asleep, is a human. He is laying on his side, eyes closed, hands under his head. He's wearing studded leather armor with like a long purple like shoulder cape over one side. There's like a large, massive, like frankly too big tricorn hat with a big yellow plume coming out of it sitting beside him. And he's just sort of laying there having a nap. Do you guys just move past him without interacting, or?
Do any of us recognize him?
No, he doesn't appear to be anyone you've seen before. No.
Okay. I think we should move past, but I'm gonna leave this up to the group call
I think pass.
Just gonna pass.
because we're trying to
don't-
get Egg to be able to do his job.
I don't
so
think
why
I
would we be
can
asleep in the
successfully
garden of the
move.
Jabberwock and think that was
past
safe?
him.
And what's the significance of the circle?
Yes, that's the next question. Is it's kind of
You
a split
hear-
50-50 for me.
I think
From
you should wake him
behind
up with
you.
a knife to the throat.
Molliver whispers under her breath, "He's frozen in time." Rennick, as she says that, you sure enough
Oh.
notice he's not breathing. He doesn't appear to be moving at
so
all.
he's
Like
not
usually when you're
sleeping.
sleeping, you have
Okay.
movement. He appears to be completely frozen. He looks like someone
Okay.
who was just caught in the castle when it went
Can
down.
I ask the dwarf if he recognizes him from either side of the fight?
Elkhorn
Yeah,
just-
because there was a wizard on Alcorn's team. Okay.
Then he's
Molliver
frozen in
just says,
time.
there were a lot of people just in the castle. People coming to visit the queen, people who worked here. We'll see a lot of people frozen in time. We won't know most of their names. If we freeze Zablina, she should be able to end the entire curse using the cauldron.
Well, then here's the
Oh,
next
'cause we
thing: is
need to
if
know
you
their
leave him
names
here
to be able to train them
frozen
anyway.
while we leave him frozen while Egg is fighting the Jabberwock, he might get into crossfire.
But we don't know his
Okay.
name though to be able to. frame
Molliver
him.
just looks at
Yeah.
Elcon and says, "Yeah, look, I'm kind of the morally dubious one of my group. Not gonna lie, we're kind of trying to save an entire realm.
Not one
One
dude.
dude who was sleeping inside some standing stones, kind of not my problem personally. Just
Okay,
saying."
I am just playing devil's advocate here. I already voted to
Move
walk
on.
past.
The
Moving on.
Jabberwock has not harmed
moving on.
him to this point.
You see
Walk
a
on
marble
down the road.
fountain about 3/4 of the way through rises from a plinth on the bank of a stream, overflowing with time-frozen water that spills from the mouths of sculpted animals. The frozen spray surrounding the fountain creates rainbows in the air around it. We continue moving on.
Jay, so I got a
yeah.
DM question.
Yes.
You said that when they're frozen in time, we can't search them and take things from them, can we? So that if we find a person
Items
who
on
has
them
the
will-
blade, if it's the frozen person who has the Vorpal sword, we won't be able to retrieve it unless we unfreeze them. Is that correct?
Yes, but you
Yep,
do
okay.
know his name.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so that I just wanted that. So if we see someone else with something, we're not going to be able to take it from them unless we know their name
Unless you
and
know their name.
unfreeze them. Yep.
Did
Sorry.
you write
Thank
that
you.
dude's
Really
name
cool that guy.
down? Just saying.
So, you all continue moving into the castle. Let me find the new map that I need to open here. God, I have like 5 maps that I need to open. Jesus, this castle is so
Jesus.
freaking big. Okay, here it is. Upper. Open my map, pop it over onto the bigger screen over here.
Can I cast Mage Armor while we're standing around waiting?
Yes, you most certainly can cast
Please
Mage
do.
Armor.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Very
Well, I
smart.
don't like to think of us staying around waiting. I like to think of us on a loading screen as the map's loading. So we're all like mid jog and we're just frozen. And it's just like dots going around. Can't connect to Destiny servers.
We're just
Don't.
automatic.
Don't. I had the Nightingale error for like an hour the other day.
Yeah.
Don't. Oh, it
So-
was
the
so
servers
bad.
have been so bad lately, man.
They have been. Anyway, moving
I'm
on.
actually taking one of my friends through it.
Moving on because I don't want to talk about this pain.
Oh, the misery.
So, fuck this. This whole palace is a goddamn maze. Even looking at a map, it doesn't make sense sometimes. So entrance is there.
Well,
on
that bodes well for the guy with no sense of direction.
Sir.
Oh no, wait, you
I
got
got
that
mine
back, didn't
back.
you? That's right. Sorry.
Mhm.
Well, as we've entered the
Check
castle,
yourself
I've
before you
knocked.
wreck
I've
yourself.
knocked 3 times on the door.
A set of double doors sit there. I'm assuming Rennick went first so that he could open the doors without someone knocking on them. You open the doors and see a long hallway. The walls of this hall are illustrated with painted panels depicting a starry sky. The paintings show what a viewer would see while looking out through a set of windows into a clear, moonless night. As you look down this extended hallway, you can see 50 feet to your left, there is a door, and 50 feet to your right, there is a door. It's just a long hallway with a door on either end. Where would you like to go, Rennick?
Do I not have the group behind me anymore?
You do, yes, but you're leading.
Okay. I'm gonna look back say because I'm gonna say anybody been in the castle before?
Molliver and Elkhorn raise their hands.
Mulver, I'm gonna have Mulver come up with me and help me direct where we're going.
She was standing right behind you anyway, so
Okay,
yeah, she'll help lead you.
Which way do
She
we
says
go?
to you, where do you want to go? What are we looking for first?
Well, I don't believe we need the Vorpal weapon, so why don't we go and try to save Sablina now?
Okay, let's do that. Cool.
Which way do we go then?
You see her look to the left, look to the right. This way. She turns to the left, takes a couple of steps. Wait, no. Fuck.
Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna use a perception roll just to see if I can get
This way.
anything.
And she turns around and goes back the other way. Technically, we could go either way. It doesn't really matter. Both these hallways lead to the same place.
Oh, now I feel stupid. Let's go.
Yeah, same. She takes you.
We're still
So-
trying to keep stealth and active, guys, because we don't
Yeah.
know what's going on in the castle.
I'll make you guys reroll in a bit, but not right now. So
Okay.
you open the door to see a circular chamber. The walls of this chamber are decorated with sculptured reliefs depicting humans and demons partaking in grotesque images of revelry. A spiral staircase with a golden handrail sits in the middle of the room.
And that's the only way out of the room.
Yes.
Okay, then let's not slowly, but stealthily go up those stairs.
Okay. Sorry, again, this whole fucking map is a
Oh, I thought you said okay, like I
nightmare.
made a mistake.
No,
I can slow it down.
It's no. I just need to make sure I keep track of where we are. So at the top, the chamber is empty, and you see a long staircase leads up to another door. Extending up this staircase and opening the door will deposit you into a large empty chamber,
Oh, okay, never mind.
beyond which you find
Just want to make something clear for at least for me is that before we go through any doors, any of that, I'm trying to separate from the group.
Yep.
And check through the door first before we go through, so we're not just getting trapped or
Elkhorn
ambushed.
is sort of in front, and every now and again he'll just put a hand up for everyone to stop 20 feet before the door. It seems like him and Molliver have done this a lot, where they clearly know that someone has to go ahead, and then you and Molliver go ahead.
Okay.
So, opening the door, you see a small circular chamber, beyond which is a much larger circular chamber. A ring of marble pillars, sculpted with images of fairies and demons, supports the arched ceiling of this circular chamber. 7 archways spaced evenly around the room perimeter lead to empty turrets with tall stained glass windows set into their wall. Each window bears an image of a different knight in armor. You're standing in one of these turret areas. Near the middle of the room, a short, grey-bearded man in black robes reclines on a gilded wooden throne with clawed feet. The man grips the leashes of 3 small, scaly bird-like creatures, and a muscular armored man stands next to the throne. He wears a helm that conceals his face, except for a pair of red glowing eyes, and the sword he holds ready in his right hand is wreathed in flames. You see a second blade strapped behind his back, not drawn. It is ornate, golden red hilted, and very closely resembled the Vorpal sword that Egg just received.
I think we just
Neither
found
of the men
Warduke.
appears frozen. A statue of an unarmored elf stands in front of the throne. The statue is posed as if ready for battle, with a short sword gripped tightly in each of its hands. You hear Molliver from behind you, Rennick, say, "That's Galek," as she points to the older man. He's a wizard, kinda. He's a wizard guy, I guess.
So he's a wizard, Harry.
What?
So he's a wizard, Harry.
My name's Molliver.
Oh, so he's a wizard, Oliver.
So you got Netflix, but you don't have Harry Potter? I call
No,
bullshit.
AJ has Netflix. He comes from
Oh.
Earth. The other guys come from Faerun.
Okay.
All right.
They've got
Is he
Stan
on our
Bella.
side? Because I'm thinking we release everybody who's on our side to give us a hand in this fight.
Not these two.
Is AJ sneaking with you?
You
Yeah,
guys.
we all went together, didn't
AJ
we?
was all the way in the back. If you guys turn around, you don't see AJ.
Oh, come on.
What about Clapperclaw?
Clapperclaw's with you, yeah.
Well, now I feel like I need to go back for AJ, but the time isn't that.
No, he's there. You can't see him though.
Jay, is he there, or is he just not there?
No, he's not there. You don't know where he is. AJ's gone.
That's something we're going to have to come back to.
38 this time.
All right.
I think
So,
AJ's not here because Jay doesn't want us throwing things at AJ. Sorry, that was above the table, not luggage.
All good.
So then let's continue on. Let's leave them frozen then.
They're not frozen. That's
not
Calic
frozen.
and Warduke.
Oh, I thought they were
Calic will
frozen.
No, they are not
Oh,
I
frozen.
think
that's
we need to
my
take
bad. I
these fuckers
misunderstood.
out, dude.
All right, well then, okay, do
But
we need to re-roll? Because I'm pretty
They
sure
don't.
I'm not sure.
they
I'm not sure how
don't-
good my 35 is, but I'm not. I
She,
don't know if I
don't
can
know
go
we're
Mortimer
past
holds
there
her
yet.
hand up and says, I don't like Warduke, but he's a mercenary. He only works for Calic for pay. We could theoretically buy his loyalty. He is strong. Do you see that? And she points at the statue of the elf and says, there'll be more of them around here somewhere. If Calyx is powerful as he is, he already has control of them. They're glasswork golems. We won't just be fighting the two of them. Plus, he has his 3 cockatrices there as well. This won't be a small fight, if it's a fight at all.
Okay, well,
I think our best bet is buying off Warduke.
does anybody have the money to do that?
Molliver just reaches over and slowly closes the door. How about we have this chat back in the hallway? And she turns around and heads back to the bar and says,
We
she relays who is in the room ahead. Albert
We
Eggmeister,
oh, sorry.
Oh,
Hello.
standing at the gated entrance, shield on one arm, Bandersnatch Howl in the other. What are you doing? You see the party leave and enter into the Palace of Heart's Desire.
He was distracted by her asses at that point, so I don't know what he was doing.
Does he
Watching
see
their ass.
where AJ goes?
As you're sort of standing there, you hear a rustling to your right in the bushes. As you turn, you see a skeletal arm. Hi there. And
GJ, you ruined the plan.
emerging from the bush is a very large AJ. You just sort of over to you. I wasn't gonna leave you alone, now was I?
Oh,
That
thanks,
wouldn't be
H.
very nice of me. I gotta be a good friend. I don't think this sort will work on me. I'm not technically a living creature. Magic items can't detect my presence, so who knows? It might work, or we
Yeah.
might die horribly. But hey, we die horribly together.
I wouldn't want anything less, AJ. Oh,
Than to die hard. I'd much rather. Is this a suicide mission for you? I'd like to.
no, but like if I
would
was
like
to
to
die,
live.
it would be with you. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Just don't
God.
eat him afterwards.
Man, I was really worried for a second there.
I was thrown off by something else.
Anyway, where's this Bandersnatch thingy, hey? You meant to be here by now, God. Taking
I-
sweet ass time.
I used Call of the Jump Jump.
You watch as
how does
There
the
is
jump
a-
call go?
swirl of energy as you sort of like raise the Bandersnatch Howl. The swirl of energy in front of you as a mini tornado begins to form. Light and energy crackling around it, and suddenly it and dissipates, scattering dust around. And standing there before you is a chicken.
Yes.
Not a large chicken, not a powerful chicken. A chicken-sized
Yes. Sounds about right.
chicken. A majestic
Oh,
dub jumper.
shit.
Sounds about right.
Is it enough chicken to make a 2-piece feed?
I know
We
we
have a
had to
little jerky
split the
chicken.
party,
The
but
chicken pecks at the
shit.
ground, sort of cleans its wing a bit, and walks up to you and just looks up at you. Egg it just stares up at you.
I think you might have got a knockoff there,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, hello
Did
there.
you say he could fly? Oh no, sorry, we're not there. No,
Hello.
we're not there. Never.
No,
Sorry.
no one
Are you
said he
Jump
could
Jump?
fly. Hi, Jump Jump. I'm Albert Eggmeister.
What do you want? What can Job Job do for you today?
Oh, we got a mobster.
Didn't know we were going Russian.
I
Oh,
want
she was there.
help to
This
take
Pegasus
care
needs to meet this chicken.
of this Jabberwock guy that's over there.
Oh yes, the Jabberwock. I know him well.
Should
to play
you
cards.
know?
Dated
Oh.
my sister for a while. Bad egg.
Oh,
Do not lie.
Dating Misfits.
I will help you take care of that. How is this what's broken, you guys?
I'm just trying to
Like,
picture this
you're-
giant dragon and it's dating a little. How does that even work?
That is by far and away nowhere near the strangest thing we've done this campaign.
I mean,
No,
that's
not
fair.
this
It's
campaign,
really
but
not.
this hour. Yes,
Yeah.
thinking of a dragon and a chicken, freaking
Like,
getting
does the
it busy.
chicken
is
have
fun.
a
I'm
bag of holding
I'm low key
an
disappointed there
orifice?
wasn't
Like,
some
how is
like
this even?
Simpsons like iguana
Sounds like
spin-off. But
no,
you know,
it sounds like Donkey and Dragon.
Yes, exactly. But at
It
least
does.
Donkey's the smaller of the two.
And you didn't laugh at that. You have no sense of humor.
I'm gonna fucking kill Randy by the end of this campaign.
wasn't that the
the one
plan?
that made all this a fuss.
Um,
now I'm the one being punished.
So,
Ugh.
where is Jabberwock?
It's in the garden in that castle over there. Let's go.
So what
I'm
what
dead.
you doing here if you're here to kill Jabberwock?
I need
And
to.
what the fuck is this green bastard? Hi, I'm AJ.
Oh,
AJ. I had to. Sorry, I had to send all my friends away to summon you, and he wanted to
You,
stay because he's my best friend, obviously.
Would you like me to
Aw.
turn? Sorry, you sounded disappointed. Would you like me to turn into something else?
Oh,
No.
Hi,
Okay,
you can
this
be
is
whatever you want.
I like
you-
chicken. Chicken
You
is
like
cool.
chicken? Oh,
I
cool.
like chicken.
All right. Do
I
you?
could be something more useful, if you would
Oh,
like.
well. I'll be your turn.
That is up to you. I am not too particularly bothered.
Oh, you need a bandersnatch to.
Are you not wielding the bandersnatch?
Yes. That's what.
So
That's
what
the
the fuck are you
sword.
talking about?
I'm confused.
I'm loving the struggle.
I can't think straight. Okay, let's go.
You hear an almighty whoomph from somewhere off to like your right, and you see with a splash of water shooting up from some body of water, possibly a lake or a river, through the center of the garden, a massive pair's wings, long elongated neck with a face that even a mother couldn't love. You see the Jabberwock take to the sky. It begins raising up and just sort of looking around the garden. What do we go fight it now? Sorry about that. It's been a long day.
oh, so
Commitment. I love it. I love it.
I was trying to move the slideshow along to the Jabberwock and you scared the shit out of me.
I think Egg's dead again.
If it wasn't
'Cause he's
broken
muted.
before, it surely is there.
Oh.
All right.
Still there, Egg?
You get it? Okay, we're gonna jump back to the party while Egg retains himself.
Oh, God.
Oh, we
Back to
needed
the
the money.
party.
Okay,
Did
so
anyone hear that
where we
like,
left off.
score?
Standing in the hall.
We have a total of 36 gold, 21 silver, and 2 copper. Is that enough?
Molliver and Elcon look at each other and just, he's probably going to be worth at least a few thousand. Do we
Right.
have any?
Surely there's a few thousand gold in this place. Like, and
think
when
so.
we mess people up, we can get that gold and pay him then.
There's no other way to get through to him is the problem. This is the only
Right.
way through. We have to go through the throne room in order to get to the rest of the castle.
And
Yes, but
highly
I
doubt
guess what
making
I'm
a paladin's
suggesting
gonna
is,
work.
can we hire him on the layaway where we services down, payment later?
Why would we
We
do
hire
that?
him
He's
on
already
ticket.
in the castle. He controls the castle. He could just take what he wants.
Well,
We need something to
because
entice him.
wizardy guy with sketchy things on chains.
Is there something of
have,
value that we have that we can give him?
We have a spool of golden yarn. We have.
You do.
What if we? What if our rogue got naked and greased up and enticed him?
Oliver
That's
looks at you,
plan
Rennick.
Z.
Oliver looks at
Oh.
you, Rennick, and says, I really hope he meant you.
He
Really
did.
hope.
I am a legend in the goblins. We're not gonna get into that.
What?
I said we're not gonna get into that.
I've got these. And Molliver just points to her boots. I could offer him these, maybe amongst some other things.
I have plate
What have you got in
armor that we could
torso
offer.
of yours?
You see Elkhorn sort of like, I guess I could offer my sword. It is quite a magical item, if I must.
Snack, you have a +1 sword that probably isn't going to see much use. Does it have
Your
any
valor shall
value?
not
It's
be
from
forgotten.
Tolliver. It's not going anywhere.
It's from Tolliver.
I give him the bobbing lily pad. We haven't used that at all.
What about the raft?
Probably should have left that with Egg, to be honest. The raft.
I have
Well,
a
it doesn't
crystal.
move faster
though.
than
How much is the
normal
lily pad
walking.
worth?
Question.
don't
Rennick,
know.
Question.
How
Where
much
is
is
the
the lily
raft?
pad worth?
This is a great question. Where is the raft?
It's been
It's
a
in the
while.
I
bag
asked
folder.
that last season.
Oh, yes,
I
you
mean,
guys
No.
last
still
episode.
We ended up leaving it. I owed you an apology because I said we tied it up to the inn. We actually left it behind after we left the bullywogs.
Oh, fucking now the truth comes out, doesn't
I
it?
was-
I
was
did.
gonna say,
I copped to that
could
2
have fit in the
sessions
bag
ago.
of holding. You guys
Unattended
could
raft.
have fitted in the bag of holding.
Yeah, that's what I thought we would put it, but
I am happy for us to have put it in there. I'm just
We'll
saying we
say
didn't
that, 'cause
really
that's
do.
funnier for me.
Okay. All right.
I also have the bottle of boundless coffee.
Crickets.
Not serving me very well here because I don't drink coffee
What's
anymore.
it worth?
Wait, what?
It
The
doesn't have
bottle of
cost.
the bottle of boundless coffee is basically worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. It's one of those common magic items that has worth if you think it has worth.
And maybe he likes coffee and will like it.
Eggs
Michael,
back
we've
in
got a
pockets.
gold false eye worth 50.
What about the
gold.
bobbing lily pad?
Bobbing lily pad's worth a few hundred. Again, when it comes to magic items, it'll depend on the person.
Well, it sounds like we have items to offer. What was the nature of the sword and the boots that you kind of folk were
So
sharing?
Elkhorn's sword is just a +1 longsword. The boots, though, Molliver just says, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know you guys. They can do this." And Molliver just sort of clicks her fingers and just starts floating in the air.
Whoa.
I can levitate.
That's pretty
Just
cool.
like starts flipping in the air slowly. Yeah, it is. I can only do it a couple of times.
Just
a day.
gonna start moving my hands around
Underneath your feet.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just sort of, like lands on the ground and says, "Yeah, it's kind of cool, but they're kind of my whole shtick, so I'd rather not give them up. But if I have
What
to,
if you combine levitate with like a self conk? Does that get you twice the distance, or
I don't.
I don't think that's how that works.
You're a weird
No.
group. Anyway, what are we
Okay.
doing? We can't just stay here all day.
I'm not willing to get rid of your guys' weapons and armor to try to get him on our side.
do we think
Because
boots
even
alone
if we
would do it?
even if we offer that stuff, he most likely probably won't even come to our side. Or we can say we'll give it to him after the fight.
Is
do we
there
even give-
somebody there?
There may be
You hear
things.
heavy footsteps on the other side of the door.
No.
What is it, Warduke? I thought I heard voices. Give me a second. I look for voices.
How do you look for voice?
Sounds good. At least he's gonna come out and talk to us now.
Very well. I'm going for a walk around the castle. I will see you in 30 minutes, Warduke. Take care. Yes, sir. You hear the pitter-pat of tiny little wizard feet. And you hear footsteps getting very close to the door, to the hallway that you're in. The door and you see stepping into the hallway is an abnormally large figure, we'll call him. You see a tall figure, rippling muscles, a large black helm with like black wings off the side, a massive shield on his right arm with a horned skull sort of like engraved on it and like sticking out of it, like just classic like 80s D&D barbarian look. You
Now,
can see he's already holding in his left hand a massive longsword that is engulfed in flame. Who are you? What do you want with Warduk?
Before we continue that, I do want to point out I have 14 minutes left.
Right.
What do you want? Who are you?
Shit, who's going to talk? Because Egg's not with us.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Rennick and Molliver are at the front. Molliver just turns
Damn it.
around and says, Warduk, we have gifts. Warduk likes gifts, doesn't he? Warduk does like gift. You want to buy Warduk?
Yes.
yes.
What
We'll give
gift
you the
do you
Warforged.
have for Warduk? Show me.
Give you the Warforged. Hang on.
We negotiate. I do not want
Wasn't-
Warforged. I want something, but I do not know. Tell me what you have.
I have the bobbing lily pad. You
What
never have
is
to walk
this?
again in your life.
Show me.
I pull it out of my bag.
Warduk like to walk. Do not skip leg day.
That's fair. That's fair.
Every day
Actually,
of
wait. I actually want to use my helm with telepathy,
telepathy, yeah.
telepathy, whatever. I don't want to take charge. I don't want to. I want to just detect his thoughts, but not.
You
not
don't want
go
to
too
invade.
deeper. Yeah, I don't want to invade.
On his surface thoughts, you can see that he is suspicious, angry, but you imagine he's the kind of person who's just always angry. He's like, Warduk reminds you of that guy who like bumps into you at a bar and makes you spill your drink, but then blames you for it
Yeah.
and gets
Yep.
angry
Nope,
at you.
I know that guy.
Warduk's that guy. But
Of course he is.
you get this feeling of confusion and anger. The anger just seems like a natural thing, and anticipation of what you're going to show him. He seems excited to see what goodies you might have for him.
Okay.
You can tell that there is a hint of sadness there. The sadness is sort of buried with a memory you can't quite reach without digging deeper, but there is definitely sadness there. You just can't link it to anything.
Can I throw
Uh,
into the mix
George-
the wand
Warduk
of
appears-
smiles for
Maybe
consideration
toys? Yeah,
to
or the wand
Warduk?
of smiles.
The moment the wand of smiles come out and luggage, you point out the wand of smiles. You can tell his demeanor changes, Rennick. The confusion, sorry, the curiosity and excitement does fade a little, and the anger does seem to flare up a bit. He does not seem to
Wonderful.
like that.
Not the fucking wonder smile.
No, so
Do
not
you want
the...
to bury deeper into Warduk? Also, Warduk seems very dumb. Like 5 intelligence, 5
Ooh,
wisdom.
okay. I got this. I got
dumb,
this. I
dumb,
got
dumb.
this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got this. All right, so I'm gonna pull out the bottle of of coffee, the boundless of Indies, the bottle of boundless coffee.
Mhm.
It's like, here, you want this? This costs 10,000 gold. 10,000 gold, anywhere you go.
You look poor.
That
Spend
looks
it all on
can be
the coffee
deceiving.
jar.
What do you expect?
How
I've
do
been
you
fucking
afford
trudging
this?
through all this. How do I afford this? It was a family heirloom.
But you look poor. Why your family has the expensive thing?
Dude, I've been going through freaking realms. Do you think I'm gonna be looking expensive all the time? Come on. I
Wait,
What
get
a- what-
undressed and
what are
oiled
you
up all the
doing?
time.
You
For a
doing?
family of thieves. You do the
Make
math.
me a persuasion check, I guess.
With this
22.
stain he asked with a persuasion check.
12 plus 10, 22.
Oh, please be enough.
Oh,
I didn't
I
It's
think this is
the
the first time I rolled
mysterious plot.
persuasion.
What'd you get?
10
22,
plus
you said.
12 plus 10, 22.
He looks at you and says, "It is good start, but Warduk does not drink coffee."
Ah, but Warwick, you can sell coffee.
You can sell it. And there's a lot of good people outside of this realm who will buy this off you for good amounts of money.
Warduk is not leaving this realm, and the people here do not need coffee.
Well, I kind of dug myself into a hole on that one, didn't I?
Keep trying.
Wait, did his interest go back up?
Yes, it did. You can tell, like, the best way you can describe it as Rennick is he seems to be playing like hard to get. Like he wants that, he knows its value, but he's like, I might be able to get more out of them. They're desperate.
Oh.
Oh, then I'll be
knows
like,
it's gonna
oh
get more
well,
out of
here. Well, then I guess never mind. Then if you don't want this is like the best item I got. I thought you'd be surprised by that, the how much it's worth. But if you're not interested by that, then I guess I guess I
want
can
the
offer you something
bagpipe.
else. Is not bagpipe. What the fuck is the bagpipe?
Bagpipe.
You all one by one look back to Clapperclaw standing at the back. Clapperclaw's chest has like the bagpipe thing coming out of it that he can play, remember?
Oh, wait,
Oh god, he was playing it and he was
It's his-
fishing on the
it's his
bridge.
casting focus. He is a bagpipe. I want the bagpipe. I want the cat. And he points at Gloam.
counter offer. You're not taking Golem from me, first of all.
I
Don't think
will
you
take
can.
what I want, little man.
Don't make me get old
I've
up over
got,
here. I'm just kidding. I did not say that. Don't
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
did not say that. I was kidding. I was
Get
kidding.
all up with wrestle.
I've got
for
a
it.
gold. I've got a gold eye, and I've got a jar of
Yeah,
3 eyes.
got- Jar with 3 eyes, gold eye. You could golden
Okay,
eye.
I'm
It's
going
the
to
best
try
game ever.
to deceive him now. Dang it, I don't even know how to get past that. I can't.
Otherwise,
you
he is
said
on
the
his
bagpipe-
own for 30 minutes. We can.
Well, is he on his own or?
Yeah, but I also would rather have him fight for us.
Me too.
Sure.
I will offer my elemental gem.
Ooh. Okay, so we do the elemental gem, the thing of coffee. Counter offer the boundless coffee, which we both know is very expensive, and then this gem here can be used
Who's
for
got the
anything.
gold signet ring?
I've got the gold
Awesome.
signet ring as well.
Hey.
Who's got the?
So there's
silver
a there's
signet
a
let me
handful of
counteroffer.
gold.
Oh yeah,
that
we can
we
give
can-
give him the gold we have as well because we have no
But
use
there's
for
the
it.
gold
Oh,
yarn,
but-
but there's the gold yarn. It's worth several hundred.
Honestly, I think Warduke's a man that always is busy, and the one thing that we could really try and sell him on is more time. And the way we can do that is by, peddling the hourglass.
The hourglass.
That is
Oh, is that
very
The
good.
hourglass that keeps track of
Rennick,
time in the real world.
what are you doing with Detect Thoughts? Are you going to do anything else with it, like pry deeper, or are you just going to keep it up? Should I just keep updating?
Right
it?
deeper.
I'm trying to keep it up, but I don't want to fight him either. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's probably deeper. He has to be a saving DC of 13. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what
it's a
it is
natural
though.
one.
Are you serious?
Hmm.
Right here. I just threw it as whatever. Cool.
Yeah, natural. Fuck
Um,
off. Next.
As opposed to a thought, you are suddenly revealed to a memory. This memory is from a while ago, years ago.
What's he lost? in the
Warduke
Feywild?
and the League of Malevolence have just arrived in Hither, where you all arrived at. They're trudging through the swamp. They're wet. They're sad. But during this time, Warduke fell in love.
Oh.
And this love of his traveled with them. He adored his love. And then one day, they had to go somewhere else. But he left his love. And he left his love safe. And he left his love sound. And he went back for his love recently, and his love was gone. Someone took his love. His love was tied to a tree. And someone
Oh,
took it.
it's the raft.
It's the raft. Can you share this with me so I can take it out of the bag of holding?
Built it with his blood, his sweat.
Imagine if you'd left it
He
behind.
would,
Fucking
he would
Jay.
not be wet.
Okay.
And when he finds
Alright.
out who took his love, he is going to mount their head on a wall.
Well,
I got
funny you
this,
should
boys.
say that. I reckon there was a wizard dude that took your love, but we found
Yeah, I reckon it
for
was
you.
Kellic.
Do with
So-
that information what you will. I've been sitting on that bad boy since like session 3.
Really? Has it always been tied to him?
The moment
So that's why you
guys
kept
got
on
the
asking
raft-
about the raft.
the
Where's the
moment
That's
raft?
why you
the
made
first
such a
raft-
big point of us keeping the raft.
The moment the first
Yeah.
raft joke happened, I was like, because I will talk about where that came from later. But yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
let's do that,
okay,
the debrief.
So I'm gonna go. I can't give you these things, but I did liberate something of extreme value. It was from that wizard that was in there that you were talking to before. We met him out
Yes.
a little while back. He had a raft. And oh my god, it's the most beautiful raft you'll ever see. Would you like to see it?
You heard what?
He
Oh,
had a
yeah.
raft and we had to fight him for it. But we
Make me
got
a
it. It's so
deception check.
gorgeous.
With the fighting
What are you
for it.
making?
Make me a deception check, Rennick.
Come on, Rennick.
Oh,
28 to 18
Yeah,
plus
no,
10.
you beat his 5.
Yes.
Show me the raft.
all right.
I go
So-
luggage.
I'm gonna it's like trying to pull a Doberman out through a cat door, but get this raft out of the bag of holding. And
The bag of holding
and hold it
expands
up.
as you pull this massive raft out over your heads and sort of like sit it on the ground. He looks up at you and says, "You got this from Kellic.
Yeah, we had to pry it from his hands.
Goodbye." He turns and just walks out.
did he take
Take
the
the
raft, or
raft?
do we keep the
Nope.
raft?
What?
Put the raft back. Well, that's a key component, buddy.
As he turned, Rennick, he
We'll hold
like
this for you?
sheaths his sword on his shield on his back and just draws the Vorpal sword.
Oh, damn.
You feel nothing but anger.
We'll
There is
bring
no
this.
other emotion inside of Warduke.
You go,
We'll
mate.
keep
We'll
this
hold-
safe for you. We'll keep this
Yeah,
safe
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, we'll keep it safe for you. Come back to us, and we'll continue the fight somewhere else.
You
We'll
see
keep
that
it safe for you.
Molliver's at this moment. You turn around and see that Molliver is gone.
Where he? What?
She.
They.
Them.
As Warduke like walks through the doorway, you just see him go stiff for a moment and then just fall forward. And you just see Molliver
Seriously?
just sort of apparate behind him, just a bloody dagger in her hand. Just
What?
well, I just thought you guys were stalling so I could kill. Was that not the plan?
No, he was going to kill the wizard for us. He was going to kill Kellic. Oh,
Oh!
did we just lose Jay?
What a cliffhanger!
Some sort of
Molliver's just knifed Jay's internet connection, along with our hopes and dreams.
I rolled my life out. I
You did
roleplayed.
such a good job.
I
with that situation.
roleplayed. Like, and I'm getting.
No, he's
freaking
dropped
dicked
out
around.
of he's dropped out of VDO. His internet's gone out. I think.
Oh,
What you couldn't
Oh,
you couldn't have done that
misery.
deliberately though.
No,
I wanted
it's so well.
I
read
can't
the room,
believe that
Oliver. What the
Oh.
fuck?
Yes, we're good. Wait, nope.
I roleplayed and everything. Rolled well.
Oh, no, you did that really, really
I finally
well.
got to use the two stats I've been dying to use ever since I made this character because I knew I was gonna be good at them.
But you just kept throwing egg into every conversation, so you didn't.
Yes, because it was so much more fun. Because it was so much more fun.
fun.
And it also
Oh,
meant that when I
dang.
first woke up, I didn't have to say stuff. So it was a
Oh, he's
win-win.
back. Hang on, he's back.
back.
He's back.
That was planned, bro.
Mic drop for like dramatic effect.
Yeah.
You're cutting in and out
Oh,
now.
dude.
Holding a dagger, just Good news. I know the location of a Vorpal sword.
All right. Well, seeing as how he's down,
And a flaming sword.
can
Is he
what
dead?
what can we find on his body before
Yeah, he's
Molliver
dead,
steals
like-
it?
You walk over and you can see that she has like stabbed him in the back of the neck and dragged her like blade all the way around to the front. Like
Jesus.
his head
Wait,
is
she's the one who
mostly
told us to
way off.
put him on our side.
You guys
What?
were doing so badly though.
He was gonna kill the.
You started talking about a raft.
While this is happening, Jay, I'm just completely practically getting the items off him. So what
Yeah.
have we got?
course
You
they are.
find a first off, one of you can go ahead and add just a Vorpal sword to your inventory. You also his helmet is out
Just
of
grab it all.
a dread helm. So it's a magical helmet that allows your eyes to glow red but hides the rest of your face in shadow. And a flame tongue longsword. So it's a longsword that you can set ablaze with fire at will.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry, that was a lot. So Vorpal, what sword? Great sword, long
Vorpal
sword.
sword, flame tongue, long sword.
This particular Vorpal sword is a longsword as well.
And it was a dread helm.
A dread helm and a flame tongue longsword.
I regret to say this, guys, but I have to leave.
You have to go.
Yes, I have to go.
Right. Well, if
I'm
you got to
upset.
bail for work, maybe Egg can go on. We can
Yes.
go back
Oh,
to him
we're
before we
we're
wrap
about
up.
to get back to Egg.
Rannick, I will say as you're leaving, dude, that was really well done, and I can't believe Molliver just completely, literally, and figuratively shafted you. You did that so well, but I guess we got to keep the raft. So
That's the
Don't
most
even
important thing.
I don't care
Oh.
about the raft. It
Whoa,
was
whoa,
a
whoa,
free
whoa.
win.
I know I'm really devastated that we don't have him fighting for us.
There's no way this raft doesn't have another part to play.
You say that. I'm not confident.
Alrighty, I'll talk to you
Yet
guys
we've
later.
lugged it around
Have a
so
great day
far.
at work, mate.
Bye.
Good luck with it all.
Albert Eggmeister.
Yeah.
You stand in the guard as the Jabberwock locks its pale white eyes on you and charges in the direction of you, the Jub bird, whose name you've now learned is Ivan, and AJ, the gelatinous cube. What are you going to do?
Okay. Shit.
Please do it behind a bush.
Now, Simon,
It's very funny to imagine that Albert did it in the exact same way you did. Just the quiet, just, oh shit.
Ivan, can you turn into something that can fly
I
Like,
thought that
and carry me?
you just told me not. I guess I could. Yes.
whoa,
You just
whoa,
told
the
me not to.
battle
That
chicken,
That would
come on.
be. Yep.
While you're having this conversation, the Jabberwock is like a dive bombing towards you, and he's just, what do you want
Like
specifically?
lift my
Jabberwock does
shield
that.
up and
Like, what are you lifting the shield for? I can't see your face. That's rude. You have to keep eye contact. Would you like a dragon or like
against the Jabberwock.
like something to
it's
deal with
like-
that? Yeah, sure. I guess I could I don't know. Ooh, give me a second here. Let me think. What could work? I like a proper Jub bird, not like a chicken. You want me to be like a proper Jub
yeah, a
bird?
proper jub would be
Cool.
good.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I just thought he's so chilly. Death from above, and he's just like
You watch as there's like a and like and like an explosion of white feathers. As exploding out from him is this massive form of a Jub bird. Just imagine like a 6 foot tall dodo bird. With like a long razor sharp beak and 4 wings. As he just turns back and says, "Is this good enough?"
Yes.
Oh shit, Jabberwock! As the Jabberwock just slams into him.
shit, Jabberwock. I think we found our episode title.
The Jabberwock and the Jub bird begin rolling on the ground. The Jub bird just, oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, get out of what? Why are you doing this? We are birds. Why are we not flying? We are not ground combatants. You can. What do you want to do? AJ's just standing there, just oh shit.
Thanks, AJ. I'd run in and help him.
Okay, how are you gonna help with it? Why do you refer to Ivan the Jub bird as her? That's good. How are you gonna help? Like, what are you? They're just rolling around on the ground. Like, they're big. Like, they're bigger than like the Jub bird is about 6 foot tall. The Jabberwock is about like 20 feet long and stands about 20 foot tall. Like, it's a lot bigger than the Jub bird. The Jub bird's just heavy. Come on, Egg. What are you doing?
If I cast like compelled duel on on the Jabberwock,
On the
so he
Jabberwock?
gets
What
disadvantage.
kind of saving throw does he have to make for that?
It's a wisdom save, DC 15.
Yeah, no, that is a 15 minus 2 for 30. Yes, to answer your question, the Dreadhelm's just cosmetic. It's a common item. It has no other effects other than looking kind of cool. The Jabberwock stops. The Jub bird is thrown across the ground and sort of and picks itself up. As the Jabberwock stands up and turns towards you, you just hear this. And it is going to go ahead and face you. The first thing it is going to do is it is going to go ahead and use its fiery gaze on you. Could you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Is it a spell?
I will be nice. I will be so nice.
No, is
right
it a
now.
magical effect?
It is a.
Right.
I will say it is a magical effect.
Right, so I would. Right, so. Oh, good thing I have advantage. Holy
Shit.
Oh my god.
Wow.
20.
What, sorry?
Jesus. Nothing.
Natural. I rolled a 1 first, but because of my spell card, I rolled a 20.
Oh, you rolled a 20?
What a change up. What a turnaround. I'm getting
Right,
whiplash from what's going on
sorry.
tonight.
Let me just do some quick math here. 13,
Plus 2 is
23,
4. Take away 1. That's 3. Quick maths.
39, round up to 40. Okay, as you watch as from the Jabberwock's eyes, this blaze of fiery heat is shot towards you. You hold up your Spellguard shield and sort of like roll with the blow. It still hits you and you feel it sort of like scorch up the side of your arm and like up the side of your helmet egg, but you manage to sort of like swing out of the way of most of the blows. So instead of taking 39 damage, you will only take 20 points of fire damage from that one.
Jesus.
But I have
Holy
resistance to damage from spells.
You do, so you will only take 10 points of damage from that one.
Ooh, well played.
It's almost as if I've spent the campaign setting Egg up to 1v1 a Jabberwock.
Almost.
Yeah.
And here we
So
thought
this is
that
why you
every little
finally
comment
gave him
that he
his
made
plate mail.
went
It wasn't actually
unnoticed.
being benevolent. It was all
Just-
part of the
just
plan.
It's
felt
like,
bad.
oh, that's right, you're useless. I need you to do stuff.
It's your turn. What do you want to do?
How far away is
It's about 10 feet from you.
it? Can I sneak a snack?
Yes, you can.
Come on, roll a 20
I-
and cut its head off, Egg. Sorry, I'm this is all just, the
Another
feelings
20.
into the universe.
Did you just roll another 20?
No.
The job is thick.
It's true.
Not enough K's in that thick for how thick the job bird is.
Fair.
Oh, so close.
It goes 19.
19? Okay. You
Okay.
charge at the job bird, swinging the Vorpal sword, your Bandersnatch Howl. Go ahead and roll me damage for the Bandersnatch Howl, please. Would you like to use Divine Smite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. You know what? You're right. I deserve to be laughed at. That was a dumb question. Okay, what are we looking at for damage, my friend?
So 15 damage from the sword,
Yep.
and from the smite, it is 48. 25 radiant damage.
25 radiant damage.
1
Jesus
million damage to
fucking
go.
Christ, for a total of 40 damage in one hit. Would you like to make your second attack now?
Yes.
Do it.
Good man.
That's 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's 16 slashing damage.
Yep.
And 16 radiant damage.
Another 16 radiant. 72. You begin slashing up with the Vorpal sword. the Jabberwock, you notice, has like this exceedingly long neck, but if it's not picking its neck straight up, it has to sort of like almost slither along the ground like a snake. So it's at your height as you're sort of running up and down. It's like slashing at it, trying to avoid these massive claws and these like the razor sharp edges of its wings that it keeps swinging at you as you sort of duck and weave under it, just leaving all these little cuts along its body and its neck, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. As you do this, you get to the end, so like the end of its body. As you get there, you turn to see a massive wing. It's going to use a legendary action to use a rend attack on you.
Oh.
Does a 28 hit you?
Yes.
Yes. Dumb question. So you will take 10, 25 points of damage. As you see the edge of its wing swing at you, you raise your shield. It hits this magical spell guard shield that was crafted to you, this powerful magic item forged from gold and jewels. As the side of the wing hits you, it slams into you with such force that you're thrown off your feet and you land on your back several feet away, and you have to quickly roll to the side and stand up again. As you raise your spell guard shield, this one of the most powerful magical items you've ever wielded, you can see that it dented it.
Shit.
It is now AJ's turn.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys forgot AJ was there for a second, didn't you?
Come on, AJ.
No, I was just hoping.
AJ
that
is going to
AJ would
hide
go.
because this is way out of his depth. AJ knows.
Solid plan.
AJ is going to go ahead and use his action to do something. And at the end of his turn, the creature is going to once again use one of its legendary actions to use a tail attack on you. No, it's going to go ahead and use I can't do that one. Yeah, a tail attack. And that'll be the last of its legendary actions because it takes 2 to do a rend attack and it only has 3 per round. Does a 13 hit you? I assume not.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As you stand back up and you look at the shield, you look back up in time to see it's massive. It's swung its body around. This massive tail is coming towards you. You duck under it and use the shield to sort of push the tail over the top of you, just managing to skirt the blow. How are you doing on hit points, my dude?
I am at 49
Remaining or damage done?
remaining.
Cool.
Yes.
It is the end of his turn. It is now the Jub Bird. The Jub Bird is going to go ahead and use his action to cast a 3rd level healing word on you.
Job
It's a
with the
bonus
healing.
action.
Sorry, yes, it is a bonus action. Technically, it's not actually the healing word spell, but fuck you then, fine. I just said healing word because it's forced to happen. It just has a ranged healing ability, but fine. It's a bonus action. Egg. 4, 5, 6.
And it's all ones.
You heal 11 points of HP.
It doesn't
You
have
hear
to.
the Jub Bird over the side. You've got this. Don't let him. Ah, shit! I think I broke one of my 4 wings. And you feel this. It's like you feel emboldened, but not the way you thought you would. Oh shit! AJ had to make a charisma saving throw. Cool.
DM. When I've gotten inspiration, when I already had inspiration, I was able to transfer it to someone else. Could I have left Egg with my inspiration, seeing as how it's pretty damn inspiring that he's 1v1ing a
I'll say that's fine. Yes.
All right, Egg, you've got an inspiration. You took that from me. I gave you mine as we left. You're an inspiring individual.
Oh, thanks.
Egg. It is once again your turn.
All right.
Sorry, no. No, it's not. It's a Jabberwock's turn.
No, you were right the first time, I think.
Okay, I'll roll.
Yeah, because you went Jabberwock, then you went Jub, so it's got to be, and then you did AJ, so it's got to
No.
be Egg, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was Jabberwock, Egg, AJ, Jub. The Jabberwock has legendary actions, and you can only use it at the end of
Oh.
other creatures' turns. So what was
Right,
happening is at
okay.
the end of every creature's turn, it was using
He gets
legendary
to
actions
you-
to beat the
alright.
living fuck
Yeah,
out of
but
it.
Sorry,
But
thank you for
that
explaining.
means he doesn't get a normal turn, though.
Okay, listen here, you little shit. You know full well that's not how it works.
Look, Egg, just you play along and die like Jay planned.
I'll die.
As it
Ray.
No,
stands
don't.
back up, the Jabberwock
Don't
leaps at you with both of its claws, and it's going to go ahead and try to use 2 of its rend attacks against you. And if either of them hits, it is going to use that attack to grapple.
Come on, dude, just roll a 20 and
Does
get its head
a
off.
16 miss?
No,
Yes.
16. My AC is 20.
And the second one's going to be a natural 20. Do you have anything to help with that?
I'm immune to critical hits.
You know, you said that for a second, and there was genuinely a part of me that went, "Nah, yeah, you could be actually." The amount of magic items I've given you, it wouldn't surprise me if you were. That would not.
No,
Okay.
nothing.
You're not. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so 3d10 plus 5, doubled. Oh, sorry, no, max and then roll, because that's how we're doing it. So, Egg, you take
Right.
35 points of damage. Just base, that's the max damage. And then whatever. How much health do you have left now?
25.
25? Okay.
Oh, shit.
17. You take a further 22 points of damage.
Oh, and we don't know any of this is happening, do we?
Egg, as you feel this massive claw come down and you raise your shield and sort of like hold the claw above you, as you're like, yeah, I'm fucking awesome. God, I'm good at this. I'm going to kill this Jabberwock. You look over your shoulder to see its second claw come out of nowhere and just slam up against you. You are thrown maybe 30 feet or so as you sort of like through walls, through pavilions, through bushes. You finally come to like a halt by the lake, this massive lake that the Jabberwock had shot out of. You begin picking yourself up. Couple of things with being hit by the rend attack. One, you drop an item that you were holding. Did you drop your shield or the Bandersnatch Howl?
Oh,
It's up to
shit.
you, but in that throw, you dropped one of them. And I'll let
He
you.
also had some worry beads in his hand. I think he dropped those.
Maybe his helm got knocked off.
Yeah, I was holding my button.
No buttons.
Yeah, I dropped the shield because if I drop the sword, I have to
Pretty sure his cloak came off.
roll the die.
You stand up. You sort of like you drop the shield, but it's the sword. But it's sort of like as you're standing up, you reach out and grab the sword from where it is behind you. Standing up, you look around. You can see the straps for the shield and like part of sort of like the padding that you have for it. But the shield is just gone. You have no idea where it is in your throat.
No.
You sort of like stand there with this the
No.
Bandersnatch Howl. By the time you stand up and look around, you look up and the Bandersnatch is already in front of you as it reaches out and grabs you with both of its claws and begins taking off towards the sky. I need to make a very important roll right now. That's very funny. As you are maybe 10 feet in the air, you hear, "Oh, hey, I don't like heights, guys. This is not good." Albert, and you look up to see a cube of liquid is slowly engulfing the Bandersnatch's head. So
Yes.
the Jabberwock's head, and you can see that
Jabberwock,
AJ has wrapped himself around the Jabberwock's head, and the Jabberwock is sort of looking around. Highs or lows? This is very important. I need highs or lows.
Um,
Come on,
highs.
highs. As the Jabberwock begins flailing, you can smell, you can hear like a sizzling of acid on its skin. It is rolling around on the ground and begins flying randomly. And inevitably, it slams into the ground with you in its hands. You sort of close your eyes. Like you're about to have a Jabberwock land on you. You're like, oh, this is where I die. When suddenly you feel an impact against water. It hurts, but it doesn't do enough damage to deal damage. As you land in the lake you were near. You sort of like stand up and sort of like manage to make your way to the shore and sort of standing up, Bandersnatch Howl in one hand, no shield in the other. Waiting. You can see the bubbling where the Bandersnatch fell with AJ on his head.
Who's a headless Bandersnatch?
What do
Right.
you want to do in this moment?
Jabberwock.
Egg?
Yeah.
Sorry, the Jabberwock. Force of habit.
Yeah.
Can can we just say I lose concentration on compelled duel after?
I will say you do, sure. But trust me,
I don't.
the
Do you want me to
Jabberwock's
roll all
pretty
these?
damn compelled. I'll say if you can drop concentration anytime you want.
But like, I just didn't want to roll all these saving throws from all that damage.
Yeah, you drop it. You drop it. What do you want to do? Do you want to do anything? Do you want to cast
Can
a
I-
spell or anything in this moment? Do you want to look into the water? What do you want to? You don't
Well,
see AJ either, or the
Can I
band.
see Ivan?
Yeah,
I-
Ivan. You can see like has like a broken wing and is like running towards you as quickly as he can. It's like one wing just sort of flapping off behind him.
Ivan the emu to the rescue.
As you turn back to see Ivan, he is going to cast a healing word on you when he is within range. Do you want to do anything, Egg?
I thought he'd do something more useful.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you
fucking
trying to get yourself
sorry.
killed?
So like, oh, its one weakness is the Bandersnatch. Oh.
You heal 9
bunch of
hit
shit.
points.
I mean, you
Uh,
could take the Rennick approach.
If you want, you could just cast fucking inflict wounds for you and end it now.
Can I use an action to cast Lay on Hands on myself?
Yes, you can. I'm assuming you want to dump everything you have into yourself.
Yes.
You
Right.
feel the
You find a
holy
Jabberwock
energy
who starts to,
seeping
like,
into
lay
you.
hands.
You heal the full amount. What's that like 50 hit points for you?
50, yeah.
As you do that, you feel the Vorpal sword shaking in your hand. And as you turn back towards your lake, you see the massive head of the Jabberwock once again climbing out to face you. It is wet. It is hurt. You can see the entire right side of its face is sort of melted and deformed as this massive creature is lumbering towards you.
Where's AJ?
You also see, washing up on the lake, sort of maybe 20 or so feet from you, is just a collection of stuff. A rusted old sword, broken wooden
No.
shield,
No.
and the small skeleton of a halfling.
No.
No.
And that is where we are going to end
Oh,
tonight's session.
come on.
You bastard. No.
No. Why didn't you
AJ
kill
doesn't
me
have
instead?
Yeah, AJ doesn't have to. AJ in the game doesn't have to die just because we got you one for your desk. The two can exist
Yeah.
together.
Oh, that's great.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, I know I can't ask any questions because we're in the middle of stuff, and I've got suspicions. But fuck.
I will clarify something since session's technically over in chat. I am not actually a big Alice in Wonderland fan. I am of the novels. I've read the first 4. The adventure I'm just running features a Jabberwock. And so I took that and leaned very heavily into everything else Alice in Wonderland for this particular section, like the Bandersnatch and the Jub Bird and everything else. You guys went into this confident. You went into it thinking, yeah, it's gonna be fine, and rip AJ, you will always live in my heart.
Do you have that ready to go?
He was ready.
Is that what we got the whole speech about? We had to get that he was a human and he had a wife and kids. It was like the one more day till retirement. Did you just
Build it up
body
before he
cop
cuts
AJ?
it
Okay,
down.
so
You just body
I
cop shit out of AJ. you
no,
fuck.
Just getting too
no.
old for this shit.
You know what? I won't say anything about what just happened until after the campaign's over.
Oh,
Thank you. That'd be good.
Let's just say AJ didn't
Fountain
have
of
to die
youth.
there. Let's just say that AJ didn't have to die there. You guys?
Yep.
It's just
That's obscure enough to.
it's how things shake out sometimes.
I'm sorry.
Nobody told him to jump on his head.
Yeah, but
No one told him to stay with Egg either.
he was staying with his best friend. He wanted to protect Egg. He likes Egg. He wants to save Prismere, and he knew that you'd need help fighting the Jabberwock because you can't do it alone. You can do it with the power of friendship. That's what AJ's
Oh.
all about, gang. The
I
power of
like that
friendship.
I like that you're trying to blame this on us. I'm not going to be guilt tripped
Hey,
over.
I'm not trying to blame it on you guys. I'm just saying,
what the
okay?
goes to AJ.
I love everyone, and I would die to protect my friends. He also just might not be dead. You guys saw a bunch of junk at a skeleton. That don't mean shit. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna.
he could have
Well,
just.
we
he
don't
could
know
have
this
lost
at
his
all
lunch.
anyway. Our characters, but I'm not.
I
willing
feel
to
like
accept
they just
his death.
fell into the fountain
Yeah.
of youth.
He needed a bath anyway. Like
Snack. I
He
look
needed a
forward to
bath.
hearing what that does when we actually find out about.
No, I think
AJ.
really what he's done is absorbed himself into the lake, and then he's going to become the size of the lake, like Giga AJ.
Honestly, I
Leveling
would
up.
have loved to have kept going, but it was already like 10 past 12.
Oh, we need to have a stopping point.
Yeah, like if we don't stop now, I'm not going to. So
Yeah.
No.
No, that sounds like a good point to stop. Well, I'm going to raid out so that we can start wrapping everything up. But thanks everyone for
Yeah,
the
I'm
hangout.
going
Thanks for
bed.
the games, folks. I'm sending you off to another D&D game. You guys in chat, and the rest of it will be up on the YouTube. So follow that, and don't forget the charity. Thank you, everybody.
bye.
Not.
What
Bye.
a note to finish it on, Jay.
Oh, I'm
Jesus
devastated.
Christ, dude.
I'm outies. I was
All
falling
right.
asleep
See ya.
before. Blah.
Bye.
Night.
Yeah, I was gonna
Misery.
read that poem, but I'm pretty sure I'm not 100%
no, it's
sure that it.
online. It's like nonsense though.
Yeah, but it is also copyright, I think.
Copyrighted nonsense.
I think all of that would mean is it just it'll if the YouTube video was ever to be monetized, it would monetize
Okay,
it
okay. So
That-
the
to the
poem,
copyright owners. But
it's
we're
all good. The poem Jabberwocky is not. It is public domain, but the guy who wrote it also happens to have been the person who wrote the Alice in Wonderland novels. So Jabberwocky has existed long enough that it is in public domain, but it also appears in Alice in Wonderland, which is not. So the poem's fine. Everything else we can't touch.
Yeah, but
Which
it's
is why
minor, it is
things like
Disney, so you know the Disney
Jump-
effect could come
yeah.
in where the bloody statue doesn't apply
Yeah.
anymore because Disney.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's stuff like Bird,
it's
Jabberwocky,
all
anything
good.
directly
It
from
doesn't
the
it
poem
doesn't
we can
affect
use.
the it doesn't
I
affect
fully
the
thought you were
story
going to go
of
with the Simpsons iguana Jub for sure.
God, oh, that would have been such a good idea.
Oh, there's always next week.
I didn't get to see AJ on your desk because I was tardy. But where is AJ?
Oh, here's AJ. One last look.
Yeah. Well, no. What do you mean one last
It's
look?
the person that goes in him when I.
You're
paint and then-
enjoying this. I can tell how much you enjoyed that as a finishing point, Jay.
I did.
There was no hiding that. You were like, that was just like the
moment that
dice
Egg was
drop
like,
moment.
the moment that Egg was like, "Oh, I have less than 20 hit points," was the moment that I was like, "I can kill him or I can kill AJ," and either way, it's going to be a great ending moment.
No.
Like the moment that Egg got under 20 was the moment I was like, it is the Jub Bird's turn next. The Jabberwocky has hit him with a rend attack, which means that he has grappled him. The Jabberwocky is going to begin flying away. The Jub Bird is going to heal Egg, and then the Jabberwocky is going to use a legendary action to kill Egg. So it was Egg or AJ. And no offense, This is the better story, in my opinion.
I mean,
Although,
I see your
But you
point.
did say that
AJ
you
with a
don't know if
Vorpal
he's
sword
dead yet.
versus a Jabberwocky.
How would AJ have to
Mhm.
wield the Vorpal sword?
Hey, but you gotta believe in AJ.
He can sneak a snack.
He can sneak a snack, yeah.
Believe in the heart of the cards, and also AJ.
And also AJ, yeah.
I am choosing not to accept that he's gone until we actually have
Anyway,
confirmation.
you
and
have
final...
the Vorpal sword. You could run out like right now and help.
I will give you this little piece of information. I completely forgot that Egg had lay on hands. I had when I was re-editing the Jabberwock. I have two versions of the Jabberwock stat sheet. I have the original version for if you all decided to stay together and fight it, and then I edited it slightly so that if it was a one-on-one fight with the Vorpal sword and everything Egg had, it would essentially be a 1v1 fair fight for Egg. So it wouldn't be one-sided the way that it would have been. Using that stat block that I have been, I forgot he had lay on hands in his toolkit. Egg has a pretty fucking good chance of killing this thing. Like,
Awesome.
this
You
thing
gave
has
him the soul. You gave him the side quest.
this thing has less hit points left than Egg does.
Wee.
It
Spoiler
is
alert.
very close to the end. So, and it is. I think it's Egg's turn next. So we could begin next session with a Jabberwock being beheaded.
Oh, and
Yeah,
how good would it be if you roll a nat 20
20.
egg and that's the like
Bang.
oh
Well, no, I used the nat 20 on my saving throw. I should have
What?
saved it, but
yeah, you should have kept it up your sleeve.
it was like that'd be so cool. The first attack.
Yeah, just like boom.
So I will clarify: the Vorpal sword ability will not behead the Jabberwock because it has legendary actions. It'll just deal an extra 8d6 damage to him.
Oh,
So it won't actually insta-kill the Jabberwock.
I don't know.
Um,
8d6. If you
I-
roll 6, that's a good amount of
I
damage.
will also tell you an interesting fact. The Jabberwock is vulnerable to damage from a slashing damage from a Vorpal sword specifically.
Nice.
So you have actually dealt around 144 damage, not 72 to it.
Oh,
Yeah, you've dealt a lot more damage than it first seems.
that's a lot of
Wow.
damage.
You do a lot of murder, yeah.
Yeah, Egg, there's no chance that even though we don't know that we're getting out to help. We do need to put this gear in chat and figure out. Look, I think with at least one of those swords, you need to be wielding Dante as a fighter.
Yeah, I kind of
Vorpal
like
the
the
flame sword.
thought of the flaming sword.
Elkhorn will gladly put his hand up for another better weapon if one is on offer as well. So will Mulliver, actually. Mulliver can use a longsword.
I don't trust
Mulliver is
Mulliver.
not in my good books after just
I don't
knifing.
trust that.
Mulliver's great. Mulliver's whole thing
was
is
sure.
they're a good
Oh my
person, but in
God.
every situation makes the
did that
wrong
so
choice by
well.
accident, and I love her for it. She's a
Oh my
hot mess.
But we already have one of those. We've got a Rennick. Like, we don't need another one.
We send her off to go and find Calic and kill him and like actually do something useful away from us.
Honestly, you could just send Molliver off on her own to do her own thing. Anyway, I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, no, we'll come back to it next week. All right.
Have fun, guys. I'll see you next
Thanks
week.
very much, man. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks everybody for the games in the
Bye.
hang.
Good night,
thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Ah,
Yeah.
another week.
Bye.